Hey, so I'm in the cornfield and we're almost to harvest in the cornfield. You can see we've got tassels. I don't see any real close, but we've got some corn that's turning brown on top. So we've got corn that was coming close to being ready to harvest, and yet this is an important time for corn in terms of making sure that you get that you have a crop to harvest. A couple things about corn. First off, when we plant the corn, we till, and then within 2 weeks time, less than preferably, we plant. And the reason for that is because I try to keep a cover crop on the corn, and then that cover crop on the field itself, and then that cover crop goes into the soil, and then we want to pretty quickly have things growing in it again. And that is also because of the fact that we have a really fertile soil ecology, and we don't want the things that are in the soil to die from laying laying fallow too long, having been tilled and lay fallow. So we will plant the corn, and we companion plant with beans. So what I use is an October bean, and right now my beans are have got some lime in them, and the lime is because I fertilized yesterday. But so you see a little bit of powder on them. But this is an October bean, and they shell out very nicely and are like large pinto beans, so they're great for use. You notice also that the row, I do a cover crop underneath the corn and the beans. So what we did is, after the corn was up a little ways, my dad tilled, and then we seeded with this clover and some, I believe this is rye and maybe barley. And the reason for that is because, again, you want the soil ecology to be growing well throughout the year. The other thing is corn uses a tremendous amount of nitrogen. So if you can get some legume cover crop in the corn, then you have a nice crop that binds nitrogen and holds it in the soil for the corn. So it helps the corn to grow better. Now, this is the one area where I do not use organic fertilizer, because I do fertilize the cornfield twice a year. Once when it's just maybe knee high, or a little bit after, and then once about now as it's putting on ears. And I use nitrogen. I think it's ammonium nitrate, and that's very acidic, so you have to bring down the acidity, and that's what the lime is for. So that's what the powder here on everything is. So I don't use a ton of it. I will take a handful and spread it out over 3 or 4 plants, just kind of cast it down alongside the row. So it's not real heavy or thick, but it's enough to help the corn to do well. But now let's talk about the corn in terms of what we need to do for the corn to keep it growing well and to keep the bugs out of it. So you'll see what happens with corn is that it puts on this ear, and the silk receives the seeds from up there. The silk receives that, and that's what pollinates the corn. So this needs to stay open so that it can receive it. But bugs like this as well. They really love the silks. And so oftentimes what I'll do is I will treat them with that same dipel powder. And right here, I think, if I can find it, there we go. See right there? That's where I've treated in the past for that. So today, though, I tried something new. And what I tried was, I had been told that when you've got one brown like this, you can use this one here. You can use oil to put down inside of it, and whatever the worms that eat the corn earworms is what they're called, it will suffocate them. So we're going to try that this year, and we'll see if it works. I'll let you know. The other problem we have in our garden is you can't really see it, but there's trees over there, and inside those trees are a ton of squirrels. And ever so often we'll find this or we'll find this on the plant itself, on the stalk itself, and it's because the squirrels have gotten into it and have shucked it down and have eaten it. So I was talking with the guys at the farm and feed store today, and I learned that squirrels don't like hot pepper. So today I made a mixture of hot pepper and vinegar, which they also don't like, with a little bit of that scent to make it stick. And I sprayed every single ear of corn. So I just walked through like this, walked along, and sprayed every single ear of corn with the hot pepper. So prayerfully that will work, and we won't lose half of our crop to the squirrels. So yeah, we're looking forward to a corn crop coming out maybe in the next couple of days, or not couple of days, but next couple of weeks, I think. In fact, I expect we'll have a few ears that are ripe and ready to pull within the next day or so. So that's corn and beans 101, and I hope you're doing well and have learned a little bit about planting in non-conventional ways, sustainable ways, and yeah, have a great day.